Today's Albion Online video is about guilds and what I think of them and what you can expect to do in them and how they work and why you would or wouldn't want to join a guild and the general consensus of how people think about guilds. And we're just going to talk about guilds in Albion Online, so let's just get started. What is a guild in Albion Online? It's a group of players that do stuff. I'm pretty sure you figured that part out. If you've played video games for more than a few days, you know what a guild is. But let's talk about specifically Albion Online guilds, and so I'm in Sheesh, and I'm going to tell you right now, if you're seeing this video, then it means I've already been kicked out of the guild, because I'm not posting this until I'm kicked out. But this is filmed in February of 2024, I won't say exactly what day. But we're going to talk about guilds, and let's just go over what a guild is, and the guild I'm in, and stuff like that, and things you can expect. So, here is a guild ranking. Furiz is number 1 right now, and if I scroll down enough, the guild I'm in is actually rank 15. It is a gold. I don't really know what the gold rank means exactly, but I think I kind of have an idea of it. So, just to show you, I'm not like in some random literal who guild way down on the bottom or anything. It is a successful guild, I would say. So, when you are in a guild, here's how it works, okay? So, you have to be a member for 51% of the season, or 43 days. I've been in this guild for 22 days, so like, basically 3 weeks. I'm just going to say I've been in the guild for 3 weeks. And, you have to have a high enough rank in the guild, and then you have to have premium to claim these chests. So, the guild I'm in is top, well, it's ring 15, so top 25, so this would be some sort of reward. I don't know what's in these chests. They completely redid it. Probably battle mounts and those crystal weapons. I'm not really sure, just the materials to make the crystal weapons. You can see that 3rd, 2nd, and 1st place get these cool skins with the big-ass flags. Now, this would be really cool. I like skins in the game that are really huge. And, yeah, of course, you know, 1st place skin would be nice, but I'm not joining a non-English speaking guild and doing all that crap, and they probably wouldn't want me in anyway because I am a bit of a celebrity in this game, and that will just complicate things. It makes the wars harder, because what happens is I'm such a well-known person in the game, and I'm not like patting myself on the back here. This is really how it works. When the guild goes to fights, the enemy guilds know that I'm in the battle, and they target me specifically, so like anyone standing near me just dies. Just gets blown up along with me, right? So anyway, now guild might. So how do you contribute to a guild as a member? Well, the things that you do in the game will build towards this guild might levels, which levels the guild up, gives it more of this rating here. We can see that in PvE, who's the top PvEer of the guild? Well, it's these guys. Juan, number 5. Everyone knows who Juan is. He's like, you know, the top PvP dude in the whole game. You know, he streams 12 hours a freaking day. And you can see I'm like rank 130. I don't do a whole lot of PvE. I filmed like 2 videos where I fame farm, and I've got about 9,940 might. Okay, compared to Juan, who's got 203,000. So you can see there's huge disparity there. And then gathering. Now, you know, Swole Benji's a gatherer. He's made lots of gathering videos. Stop making gathering videos, Swole Benji, right? Well, here's the thing. I've only got 7,782, and the reason why it's so low compared to these guys is these are the guild gatherers that when you kill an 8.4 or a 6.3 or, you know, any kind of aspect boss, well, these are the designated gatherers. I don't have premium. I'm not supposed to gather those things. I'm not supposed to touch them. I'm just supposed to guard everyone while they gather. So that's why mine's so low. Siphoning mages, I don't really know how to boost this up, but apparently I got a little bit doing something. I have no idea what a siphoning mage is. I'm sorry. I'm not knowledgeable enough on this guild crap. Hideout power cores. So these are those little like green, blue, and purple, golden little circles on the map that you can drag to a hideout, and I occasionally do that. There's a few videos where I've dragged it to the hideout. You can see I have 29,000. Not compared to this guy though. I think this guy delivers every guild's crystal. I think he's like the designated guy for it. But you know, I'm at 29,000 here. So where's that put me? So I'm the 63rd most valuable member for this activity. I just stumble upon them randomly at 2 in the morning, and I'm like, oh, I bet I could drag this back to the hideout, and I'll go like 3 or 4 maps and not get killed for some reason, and then turn it in. The power crystals. These are just another power crystals for territories. Apparently, I've done some. I think this is just being in a group, though. I haven't done them solo. What else do we have here? We have Outland Treasures. Well, wine obviously would be number 1 on that, of course. Now, I've only opened 1 treasure chest, and then I got yelled at for it because apparently if you're not in a group and you open a chest, it doesn't share it with everyone else. So, my bad. Oh man, getting yelled at over video games is the dumbest stuff ever. I'm going to tell you that. crystal spiders, I've killed like one. I've killed one. This guy kills a bunch apparently. But 2v2 Hellgates, corrupted dungeons, I don't do those. Like I'm sure I have 0. Now this guy got G-kicked. This is their #1 contributor. He got G-kicked. Well, he didn't get G-kicked. He's in the guild, and he's kind of a based lad like myself. I won't really elaborate. You'll have to know. You'll just, if you know, you know. And he got removed from the Discord. So he's still contributing to the guild, but he's not allowed to like cash out or anything. So I don't know why he's still in it. It's kind of scuffed, really. But yeah, you know, you can see there's like very little corrupted dungeon players. There's like 46 total. Like this guy probably did like 1 dungeon and was done. So like I could probably do some dungeon, but this guy's really good. He's really good at corrupted dungeon. He's a very creative and fun player. He shares clips with me all the time. He's like, hey, look at how I killed someone with a Grail Seeker. And he'll like fight a boss and pretend to die. He'll root the guy into the boss's big AoE, just melt him. It's so funny. And then Castle Outpost. This is the thing I do most, is I group up and I do castles. Just because I want to try to help in some way and try to make content for you guys. I'm going to show some footage later of castles. But, you know, it's at 47,000. I don't know why this guy has 10 times the amount. I mean, maybe he's just been in the guild longer. I have no idea how this works or how these points are calculated. Anyway, so that's guild contributions. And then we have... you know the challenge points, this is your daily thing, which you should hold on. Why can't I access this? There we go. So you know, the 50k per day that you get for doing your daily challenge doesn't apply to the guild. It's only the manual stuff that you do that applies, right? And if I farm, you know, static dungeons for 1 hour, I can get like 100,000 or whatever, right? But if we look at the guild, where's that? Yeah, if we look at the guild stuff here. This guy has 2 million, and which is, you know, I've gotten 2 million in a season before. It's whatever, but like I'm not playing very much, and I'm at 259,000. So you know, it's still up there. You know, that's just from gathering and doing a little bit of fame farm videos. That's just from like 4 videos worth, right? It's not a whole bunch. I did a little bit of solo fame farming to like get my spec up. I'm going to talk about that in a bit and why I think it's a little scuffed. But anyway. So, yeah, that's season overview, and also for being in the guild, you get a Might and Favor bonus. Well, I don't have Premium active, so Might doesn't do anything for me, and I'll talk about that too. And then being in the bracket, there's another bonus here, or I think this is when you upgrade to Crystal, maybe? So from Gold to Crystal is a 10% Might and a 5% Favor increase, I think. I think that's what it's trying to tell me. I'm not 100%. But let's talk about, the like, being in a guild rewards. So I don't have Premium active, so I don't get these rewards anyway, but you would get some sort of Conqueror chest, and yeah, you get these pop-ups all the time when you're in a guild, like, territory's low on food, dude, and stuff. And also, you can earn this 10% fame increase for, like, 90 days, so that's cool if you're into that. I'm already mostly famed up. I don't really care for a 10% boost. You get a little avatar, you can get, you know, more chests, and yeah, it's just more chests, more avatars, and that's all you really get for it. And favor, yeah, you get some favor whenever you earn might, which you can spend on chests and, you know, fame tomes or whatever it is you want. Daily bonus, you know, claiming this does nothing because I don't have premium. The whole guild stuff is to really incentivize you buying a premium, and I cannot. Like, I understand that I'm a wealthy player, that I have plenty of gold and or silver and stuff, and I can't justify this price. I can't justify 15 real-life dollars a month. I'm just not doing it. I'm just not doing it. So, now that we talked about that, I just want to talk about public opinion of guilds real quick, and I'm going to show the Albion Online Twitter, which is interesting enough here. So, let's go to that real quick, and you can see here, the Albion Online Twitter says, the latest patch has shaken up, you know, guild dynamics. What is your take on alliances? And so 17% are like, I'm in an alliance. Now there's only 363 votes, which if I do a poll, this is the funny thing. This is the official Albion Online Twitter, right? If I do a poll, I can get thousands. I can get thousands of results on my YouTube channel, right? And you can see, would never join one, 6.3%. Prefer casual guilds, 18%. This is, you know, casual guild won't even be listed on the rankings that I showed. Like, it's not even on there at all. So we take the 57%, the 18%, and the 6%. All right, so that's like 60. That's like 75. That's 80% of the player base don't give a crap about guilds. But a while back, one of the employees posted a thing where Statistically, 92% of the player base don't even go to red or black zones. 92%. I don't have that to show you, or I would, but you'll just have to trust me on that one. And anyway, why does this guy's name seem familiar? This D. Valen guy. That sounds like a World of Warcraft streamer. Anyway, so I said the majority of players are in the yellow zone. No amount of guild updates or nerfing of solo activities will change this. And that's all they've done for the past, like, 3 years is nerf solo activities. And then we go down more with, you know, 58% saying they're solo. It's more than that, Mr. Terleon. Also, this guy's just shilling his guild with taxes. Excuse me. The guild I'm literally in has 0 taxes, okay? Not that I would really care, because I don't, like, loot stuff anymore. But, come on, bro. No one cares about your guild, dude. Guilds have more requirements than an actual job, and they kind of do. Like, okay, so the guild I'm in, I'm only in it because I'm a YouTuber and I'm famous. If I was just a regular run-of-the-mill player, I would never meet their requirements. So, and I don't know what everyone's guild requirements are, but for this guild specifically, you need 7,000 kills. I have 600. Okay, and if you checked my yellow zone knockdowns, I have like 6,800 knockdowns. So all of that griefing and ganking in yellow zones for the past like 3 years on this character still wouldn't meet the requirements if I was in the black zone, right? The only way you're getting 7,000 kills in the only way you're getting 7,000 kills playing for 7 years is to be in ZVZ guilds and be a DPS. Like, that's literally it, okay? So the requirements are a little wild and crazy, and this guy's not kidding when he says that more requirements than an actual job, right? I don't like to depend on anyone for content. That's fine at first, but then it slows down my progress. So Kyogo, let's talk about his little tweet there for a bit, and depending on others for content. So here's how guilds work, all right? Oh, there's a castle fight down over in here somewhere. So, like, oh, there's a territory fight. Like, I think there's one going on, like, and whatever. So what happens is, if you have 100 people in your guild, then everyone else that doesn't have a close enough number to that can't fight you. They just aren't, they're not allowed to fight you. If they do, it's suicide. They die, they lose their gear, they lose money, they lose silver. And I'm going to talk more about that, too. So, what happens is, you can only fight other people, you know, that have those numbers, and you could try to like people like the way it works is these guilds talk to each other because they want to fight. They're bored of the game, and they want to fight. I think that's why people are in guilds in the first place. They're just bored. That's kind of why I decided to try it out. I was bored, and I needed something to make videos about. And so what happens is that they have a little discussion. Oh, I'll fight your army with 30. You bring your 30, I'll bring my 30, let's fight. And then what happens is the army with better gear or more organization in Discord or the better bombing group, well, it's usually the better bombing group, just wins the fight and scoops up the loot. And that's just how it is. It's like every fight that in the guild that I'm in that we won, we either outgeared them or we just had better coordination, which is, you know, of course that's why you would win a fight. And the fights we lost are they outgeared us or they had a better bomb squad. And that's it, because their bomb squad rolls in, kills 10 of us, it's over. You know, the 30v30 becomes a 30v20, you know, and you're missing healers, you're missing DPS and tanks, and then it's just over. You can't continue fighting with 20 versus 30. There is no turnaround, there is no comeback. It's just, you're routed, and then they squish the other 20, and you just have to re-gear and pay for all that stuff, which I'm also going to talk about. But for now, let's go back to this. Solo player really sad to see this poll, one of the best PvP MMO. That's just because there's not a lot going on. Every game company that's tried to make a PvP MMO has been pushed by, you know, the normies on Reddit. I don't want PvP, I want optional, I want consensual, dude. And so they nerf it. Like, New World was literally 3D Albion Online in the alphas, and look at it now, it sucks. Well, with the hand-holding going on, yes, so that's another thing, too, is a lot of alliances don't fight each other. It's like, they control the territories, and that's what makes them the in-game silver, is, like, owning castles and territories and getting the castle loot's cool and all, but it's like the siphon energy from the mages or something, and the territories and the hideouts and the crafting and stuff, that's where the real money is, and the guilds don't want to give that up or fight other people over it, so they would, like, a lot of guild stuff, a lot of these little territories you see, a lot of these little bases, like, people pay you to not smash them, so I think, like, this one here, this you jump, I jump, I think they're paying us not to kill them out of the zone. I'm pretty sure that's what they're doing. And it's so weird because like half the time I'm told, don't attack you jump by jump people, don't attack them. But sometimes they attack me and we just kill them, or I'm with a group of people and we just kill them anyway. And it's like, well, what the hell is what's going on with that? I don't understand. There's like so much stupid freaking politics. Like, that's the thing too, is like when I'm playing a video game, if I was like a guild leader and, you know, doing all this crap, then I'm not going to just do what other people want me to do. I'm going to just do what my people want to do. If my people want to smash a hideout, we're smashing a hideout. If my people want to go raid a base, we're raiding a base with 200 people. I don't care if their army size is 30 or 50 or 100. If I have more people, I'm taking that stuff. But then what happens is, oh, politics. So, like, 30 different guilds will be like, hey, that Swole Benji guy, he's killing our hideouts and breaking it, so they all gang up on you. Your 200-man guild army will now have to fight 6 different people that banded together with 30 people, so 6 times 30, you know, that's 180 people. Okay, smash them, and then I smash their hideouts. Okay, now they get 400 people, and they just delete you off the map, and they never let you play the game again. Essentially, what happens is these top fucking guilds, right here, they do not let you, if they don't want you to play the game anymore, like this guild can just be like, hey, guild number 9, you're dead, and then they'll just go delete you off the map, and then you don't get to play anymore. You and your entire guild are now stuck to red zones and yellow zones, which that's what happens sometimes. A lot of these guilds, they get deleted off the map, and then they go do faction warfare in yellow zones with everybody else, with the other 92% of the population. It's so stupid, and a lot of these top guilds, not the one I'm in, because, well, you know, we just don't do it, but like a lot of the top guilds are heavily into real money trade. They are heavily into the money that they make for the guild goes to supplementing their real life income, which I think is the dumbest thing ever for anyone. If you want to make money on Albion Online, just be a YouTuber, be a streamer. You make more than these RMT dickheads, and it's less work, and it's totally legal. So why would you? Why not go the easier path that makes more money? That's just my opinion. But anyway, let's get back to the Twitter here. Let's see. 5. I don't have friends, dude. I don't have friends. Look at my friends list. I just want to show you my friends list. Okay, so this is Mogdun. I don't think he's my friend. He just added me randomly. I'm like, okay, why not? He probably just wants to see if when I'm online for stream sniping or something. I don't stream snipe Mogdun. This is Mean Shock. I don't really hang out with him much. I feel awkward because he's already got a friends group. This is a donator. Thank you for donating. This is some random guy that added me one day that we were in Yellow Zones ganking, and he was pretty good. I've never talked to him ever. He's not even, he doesn't even speak English. Yeah, see, like, I can't be, like, I'm sorry, dude. Edgy69A, we talked about him earlier. Pretty cool lad. I don't play with him, though. We just talk. This is one of Mean Shock's friends. This is one of my long-term, awesome supporters, but, you know, he's doing his own thing. He'll help me out if I need, a partner for a video, so that's cool. I don't know who this guy is. I think he just gave me a bunch of silver and wanted him to be on my friends list. Same thing with Marius. Okay, huge stream troll. Donator, supporter of the channel. Here we go, finally. Someone that hasn't logged in for 2 months. I've known him since World of Warcraft. Cool dude. He's got a YouTube channel. Go check it out. It's Toxic AF on YouTube. Go check him out. This is his alt. This is his friend. This guy quit. This guy was really high ranked in Corrupted Dungeons, and yeah, he quit. This guy quit. This guy is a fellow YouTuber. I think this is a donator. I'm pretty sure this is a donator, and this is an alt character. So yeah, 2 years, 9 months since this person logged in. That's it, man. You think, oh, you have 100K subs and you don't have friends? What's wrong with you? Well, yeah, exactly. We're going to talk about that too. We're going to absolutely talk about that as well. So, what else are we doing on this Twitter here? Need new PvE content. I don't care about this ad. Whatever. Handhold online. Guilds take money, and usually they force and command to give silver and bring Gucci while they provide not protection or anything. Let's see. Guilds enslave their players. See, people know how it is. Please, Albion, please make the game less group exclusive. My friends are dead. Is this a joke? Maybe we should start by building real playtests and kick out the economic dudes. So, you know, that's just Twitter's opinion, and then I'm going to give my opinion now. So I want to talk about the guild I'm in. Apparently is very gracious, or so I've been told or indoctrinated, with their re-gear. So here's how it works. I'm wearing the gear set I'm supposed to fight in. This gear set is worth 3,100,000 silver, And sometimes I die like 5 times a day in this set. It's expensive. It's insanely expensive. I keep a ledger. Of all my losses, all my deaths, all my everything. And I'm going to tell you about that too, because this is a long video. We're going to make it long. But the guild re-gears the helmet, the chest piece, the weapon, and the boots if you aren't a total bad player and you provide a video and you have 100 specialization. So, which I do. But sometimes I still haven't gotten re-geared because, I don't know, the person that re-gearing me just didn't feel like it or something. So I'm missing 2 re-gears, so that means I'm down 6 mil. I'm down 6 million from missing 2 re-gears. But you don't get re-geared the bag, the cape, the potions, the food, or the mount. And that means every time I die, no matter what, I am guaranteed to lose 630,000 silver. And if I die 5 times a day, you know, that's 3 mil silver a day. And I don't, you know, if I'm not playing the game, I'm not making silver. I am literally not making any money. Unless I'm actively playing. I would have to gather. Even if I gather in the black zones next to the hideout and the territories. That's 3 hours of gathering a day just to maintain myself in the guild. But Benji, guilds do loot splits. Guilds do loot splits, bro. I'm going to talk about that too. I'm going to talk about all this. Oh, and by the way, here's another thing too. I'm supposed to be flexible in my build. So if they need Realm Breaker, here we go. If they need gank swap set, that's Bear Paw. If they need, you know, Halberd, I got Demon Fangs, you know, just on standby. Bloodletter, Spirit Hunter, Clarence, Fist of Out. You get it. I have a whole bunch of gear in here. This is 64.3 million silver worth of gear that I'm expected to lose, that I'm expected to go out and die with, right? But it's fun. It's fun. I don't know if it's fun. That's the thing. I don't know if this is fun. So next up, let's talk about. I just want to talk about the person being personal in the guilds, right? So the whole point of a guild for me isn't to get fame. Like, we don't fame farm. There's no fame farming. There's no killing world bosses. There's no group dungeon stuff. Everyone just kind of does their own thing, except we capture the castles when we're told to. So let's talk about guild relations, because I keep a journal every time I join a guild now. I keep a daily journal of the happenings, and I'm going to read this out to you. I'm not going to show it on the screen. So my first day I joined, the very first day, I was expected to transport a bunch of stuff out to a hideout by myself, and so I did, and I lost 5 million silver transporting to gankers. Now, some of that was gifted, and some of that was by order, so I didn't really lose 5 million. I probably lost about 2 to 3 million. But all in all, the gankers received 5 million worth of goods. That feels bad. That feels really bad. And there's like, oh, just get good, skill issue. No, when you're going out and everyone has radar hacks and there's 10 people in gank sets that are meant to stopping you, you're not surviving that solo. Alright, okay, so now, the next day, or 2 days later, I was on some kind of mass to do something, because, again, I didn't know what the hell I'm doing. I was ignored, and I was never given or told a role to play, so I just AFK'd. You know, I was just a number. I was just an ant in the pile, and so I got ignored, and you know, I really don't like being ignored, so I just went AFK. I got a little upset and AFK'd. Now, later on, I did do some fights, and I lost 8 million that day from dying in the fights, and I was given 2 million back. So that's a 6 million silver loss that day. Next day, I had too much real-life stuff to handle to log in. There was too much going on in my real life. I couldn't do any guild stuff. The day after, I helped kill a mammoth, and I got a loot split for that mammoth. 3.7 million. So we earned a little bit of money. We earned a little bit of silver. But I'm still down bad, okay? I'm still down like, what, 9 mil, and then you add 3 mil, so I'm down like 6 mil. We did some ganking with some bros. I died saving the guild leader, which he did give me a set of gear for help saving his set of gear. So that was cool. So I didn't really lose anything saving him. There was nothing of remarkable value the next day, and then nothing notable. I tied for first place on the battle boards during a castle fight, so that's neat. So, you know, I'm a new guy, and everyone's like, oh, Yellow Zone Warrior, dude, oh, he sucks, and I'm tying for first place, so that means I'm upstaging some of the guild members that have been there a while, and they don't like that. They don't like being beaten by Yellow Zone YouTuber XD. Let's see, so next, it was a bad day. One of the shot callers, not the leader, but one of the shot callers, he's a nerd rager. He rages like crazy. He was saying he was super pissed off, screaming at the top of his lungs over video game pixels about how the DPS sucks in the fight. Now, I was number 1 again during this fight. This is the 3rd day in a row that I am now number 1 on the kill boards and stuff. So I'm starting to think, does everyone suck, or am I getting lucky, or am I really just talented at this game? So either way, this guy was nerd raging hard, like real hard, like raising my blood pressure hard. And he doesn't use /say over his head like the other shot callers do. So it's really hard to see where the hell he's at. But like, if you try to tell this guy that, he's just gonna spurg out and yell at you for it. So no one talks back to this guy. He's such an angry internet person that no one at all talks back to this guy. They're afraid of him over the fucking internet. Yeah, I got first place tickets. So, okay, then, now I asked for, I wanted to be like, hey, help me play Hellfire Hands. This is a weapon I had never used before, and I just want to talk about that too. I was expected to raise the entire glove tree to 100, which is, again, I didn't play gloves at all. The only thing I had leveled was spiked gauntlets. So I'm expected to level Spike Gauntlets to 100, or not Spike Gauntlets, I'm expected to raise Hellfire Hands to 100 along with everything else, so that I am at peak efficiency for, fighting, which I did. Now, this cost 100 million, like, in Combat Fame credits and the Satchel Silver, it's 2 hours, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 hours of grinding, and 100 million silver later, I've got everything 100, right? Which, that's out of my own pocket. I wasn't helped. No one helped me do group dungeons or, anything that, like, builds fame. I was expected to do that by myself. I'm a yes man. When I was a wagey, I was a yes man. In most guilds, I'm a yes man because I want to do my part. I'm doing my part. And so I did it. So there you go. Now I'm down 100 mil silver for a weapon set that I don't really use or care about. And I'm gonna talk about this too. So, yesterday they announced that they are nerfing what's called resilience penetration. Right now, Hellfire Hands, as of this recording, is a 35% resilience penetration. So that means when I attack a group of players, they have resilience, and this penetrates 35%. It's going down to 20%, making this item completely useless in ZVZs. We're going to have to switch to, I think, Clarent Blade is the meta. I just leveled gloves like 2 weeks ago, and now I'm expected to level swords. I can't pay 100 mil in 12 more hours. I got other shit to play and do. But, like, what is Clarent Blade's resilience penetration? It is also 20, but I think it deals more damage than Hellfire Hands. So it's just the better choice, and guilds want the best choice possible. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that, but that's what everyone's afraid of, and it's like, if you help me spec up, I'll do it, or if I make more money doing guild stuff, I'll do it, but that's another 100 mil and 12 hours down the drain that I'll never get back, because I don't really care for swords. Anyway, let's continue on with my journaling here. So I asked for help to play Hellfire Hands better, so the nerd-raging shot caller decided to help me, which he doesn't even play this weapon, so I'm not sure how he helps me, but he just did his own thing, he just kind of talked at me, And so I followed his instructions on the fight the next day. I followed his instructions to the letter, and all my attacks missed. He got pissed, but he didn't really know it was me. He's just like, "Yo, that Hellfire that missed, you're dumb." And he said something way meaner than that. But I don't care. Who cares about words? Words can't hurt you, bro. So anyway, I also learned that the majority of the officers are normies, and that they're quite privileged. Bleh. They're quite privileged in their real lives in high society. So what does that mean, and why do I care? So what that means is that, okay, so I grew up in the ghetto. I'm still in the ghetto. I'm still poor. I'm still broke. I'm still bottom line poverty tier. Okay, there's no saving me. And these are the kinds of guys, I get into a verbal argument with. It's like they're like, oh, anyone can be a doctor. Anyone can be a doctor if they truly want to. It's like, no, they can't. No, they absolutely cannot be a doctor. These are people that grew up in, like, double-story houses, gated communities. They went to nice, clean, proper schools with no violence and no crime. They had both parents raising them and taking them out, to, like, picnics and stuff. Nah, dude. And these guys are given jobs. Oh, I know. My dad's friend got me this, $200K a year job. Oh, I'm a doctor. Oh, I own my own business. Blah, 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 right? And so there's a huge disparity of social economic norms between me and them. and it's a clash. I know you guys may not believe in the caste system, but it's like a lot of my viewers are from India, so they know the caste system. They understand what the caste system is. And if you're on the lower caste, people view you as a creature. They view you as disgusting, and the words that you say have less weight to them than someone in high society. And it turns out all the officers are in high society. They're all normies. They all have big Gucci jobs, making lots of money. And they treat their guildies the same as they would their employees, as objects to further their greed. Anyway, let's see here. And also, the guild leader himself was getting lots of lip from these privileged fuckers. And I don't know how he gets, like if I was the guild leader and they're talking to me that way, they're gone, dude. They're gone, okay? Like, they're talking down to this guy because... I'm not going to talk too much about the leader or anything, but he's not in high society. Yeah, but I don't know what's... I would say maybe lower middle class, maybe. Maybe? Might be in poverty. I don't know. I'm not going to ask the guy. I'm not going to bug him. So anyway, next day. More dying and more playing badly after still following the shot caller's orders, his advice. Because if I go against the advice, then why the hell should I ask for advice in the first place, right? And I'm like, well, maybe I'm just doing it wrong. No, his advice blew ass. His advice sucked. I went from being first place all the time to, like, barely contributing because I'm trying to follow his orders, which no one else is doing, by the way. No one else is doing it, but I'm a yes man, so I'm like, hey, orders are orders, bro, right? So, let's see. And now in my journal, I'm complaining about the re-gear costs, which I already talked about. And I'm like, why would anyone want to do this? Okay, like, why would I want to do this? And I think the guild leader knew that I was kind of down bad from, like, all the salts and all the dying. And he gave me 2 million silver a set, and so that's cool, you know. He's also a fellow billionaire. It's kind of weird to be given stuff as a billionaire in the game, but, like... It still feels bad. I have that poor mentality. Like I said, I grew up in the ghetto, I grew up poor, I grew up in poverty. And so any loss is a massive loss. Like, let's just pretend like I'm a little kid, or let's just pretend I'm an adult, which I am. And I went to the store and I accidentally smashed a candle on the ground on accident. And the store was like, you better pay for that. Which they don't do that anymore. That's from the 90s. But if they're like, you got to pay for that. I'm like, okay, here's $2. And they're like, okay, cool. Well, I'm going to feel like crap for losing $2 from a candle being broken. Like, for years, that's going to stain my soul. It's going to really hurt deep. And it's $2, man. It's like $2, okay? You go work at McDonald's for an hour, you get $2, easy. And you may be thinking, what the hell? $2 an hour at McDonald's? Yeah, I live in a different place than you, Mr. American Californian $50 minimum wage dude. Okay? Is it $50 minimum wage in California, or is it... Whatever. The point is that it takes a lot more work where I'm from to make the same amount of money that you do, but that $2 is still, that's an hour of my time, that's still going to stain forever. And so when I lose fake virtual currency in Albion Online, it still feels the freaking same burn, okay? So, anyway, so I put in the journal that I can overlook some of the bullshit because, you know, a few people are being kind of cool to me. Just a few people, not many, right? So now the next day there's lots of infighting, and they kick that Edge guy out of the guild for being based. That's what I'm gonna say. And my cat just jingled. If you heard her, you know, her little name tag bell, you know, name badge, whatever you want to call it. So, so I'm like, well, if they kick him but they don't kick me, I'm worse than that guy. I've been saying way worse stuff than that guy. Why aren't they kicking me out, right? So we did a castle, and it went bad, and I was the only person in the whole fight that got a kill on our team, which makes everyone look bad, and, you know, they're pissed, whatever. Okay, so then I got shorted a re-gear. It's like my second weekend, I got shorted the re-gear. So I'm like, I guess I'm done. I guess I'm just done. In my journal, you know, someone got butthurt that I ran into some red lightning tower thing and died. Okay, which I didn't, no one told me about it. I followed orders. The orders were go deep north. I went deep north, and there was a tower that kills you instantly. Okay, well, how about go deep north, but don't go under the tower? I don't know, man. Whatever. You know, that's 3 mil gone. You know, and then another 3 mil gone because it was 2 deaths. I only died once to the tower, though. Like I see the red light, and I'm like, oh, that kills you. Okay, lesson learned. Whatever. 3 mil lesson learned. And like, you know, like, I don't like being in guilds with these snobby, upper class types of people. It always ends badly. I've made so many videos on my channel about how it ends badly. And, you know, also, I got shorted on some loot splits. Like, there were some loot splits, and I just didn't get them. And, I don't know why. I'm not gonna, you know, pitch fit why. Whatever, you know, if they're, oh, Soul Benji won't know, so he's a billionaire who he won't care. You know, but yeah, I do. Because I want to be treated like everyone else. Especially if I'm contributing, right? Apparently they're behind on the loot splits, and they're like, oh, we'll finish them up later. So I waited later. I waited a few days, and never got it. So I think that was just kind of the long con all along. Let's see. I'm still complaining in my journal here. Pretty much done participating. I listed everything in the hideouts at 50% off, which you can... they bought all the good stuff earlier, but like you can see here, like I sold this stone toy for 300. It's worth 900. Like, and I'm not gonna bother transporting it out. It's kind of like my thing of like being done, because you're expected to have re-gears in the hideouts, and I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna sell all my stuff and not do that anymore. Let's see. I actually got some game keys for Skull and Bones, and what's funny is the people that hate my guts were wanting game keys, and why would I give them a game key? They hate my guts, they talk crap behind my back, they're snitching to the guild leader about stuff that I say. Like, I'm not going to give them a game key. Let's see, and then I stopped journaling for a while because I stopped playing. I literally stopped playing. I'm playing other games. I'm just donezo, right? And about a week later, I have another journal entry about how the guild leader, he admits, funny enough, that a lot of members are snitching and crying in his DMs about things that I'm saying, and it's it's stuff that I'm not gonna say on YouTube, but it's harmless troll stuff. It's nothing serious or crazy. It's just silly things like one guy was talking about ghosts, okay, like spooky ghosts, you know, woo, you know, apparitions that go through the walls. You know what a ghost is? And I just simply asked him, do you believe in ghosts in real life? And everyone flips their crap. And I'm like, well, I don't believe in ghosts. And, you know, I'm just trying to have friendly, funny banter with people, right? But they're like, why are you talking about ghosts being real? What is wrong with you? And stuff. Like, it's so weird. It's like they want to talk about... Like, I try to talk about friendly stuff. Like, I started a debate about the best fast food. I made a fast food tier list. I didn't make it. I took someone else's and altered it a bit, as I normally do. And we were talking about fast food tier lists. And, like, half the freaking officers got pissed off because I listed, like, 5 guys lower than Whataburger or something stupid. Like, they're pissed over the things I'm saying that are childish and preschoolish. It's the dumbest crap ever. And then, okay, so next up, I do keep a journal of members and my relations with them, and I'm not going to say names here. I will replace their names with female names. So let's start with, we'll call this one Janet. Okay, so Janet is cool, and again, these are all dudes. I'm just replacing their names with female names for the memes. And I said, should I slack off so I don't make other people look bad? Next one will be, we'll call this one, okay, I don't know female names. I'm just gonna say person number 2. I'm trying to suss out what time zone they're in, so I can maybe talk to them about stuff, because, you know, if they're in a similar time zone, I can be like, oh, hey. So, apparently this guy is a super hard nerd rager over pixels. It's not fun to be around this person. Person number 3... Apparently, I beat him up in the yellow zone once years ago, and he took it super personally and remembered my name. And so I put down, don't trust this guy. Like, I keep a little note of everybody. I'm like, don't trust this guy. And then later on, I did some PvP with him, and he seemed a little more curious than hateful towards me. Like, he just kind of didn't understand my intentions. He offered to teach me about Black Zone. Like, what are you going to teach me about Black Zone, dude? But I haven't seen this guy ever again. I saw him, like, my first week of playing, and then he's just gone. So I don't know what happened to him. The next guy, person number 4, he's a based lad. That's what I wrote down, based lad. And then I wrote the date he got kicked out of the guild. Because he pissed off an officer's wife when he was just joking around, okay? You know, I talked in my old videos about this happening. I'm like, hey, whenever you piss off the guildmaster's second cousin's sister's uncle's wife, you're G-kicked, and this literally happened to this guy. He's a top contributor to the guild, and he was kicked out because someone's wife got butthurt. Someone's wife that doesn't even play the game, right? Someone's wife that just overheard a Discord conversation. Like, imagine that, right? You do all this work for a guild and you get kicked out because someone's wife didn't like how you were voice chatting. Excuse me much? Okay, so person number whatever, I've lost count. I put that he is a min-maxer and he's obsessed with disarray or he hates me personally. Then the next guy he is also a min-maxer and he also is butt buddies with someone else on the list because I like to keep track of the clicks and who is butt buddies with who. Very important for in-game guild politics. Next up, I got a guy here who I wrote seems cool. He gave me $1 million silver set. I should pay him back, and then he's still giving me free stuff. And then I updated it and said I gave him 3 mil because he gave me 1 mil that one time. So now we're even. And then he claims that he's not a brokey, but he only had 100 million in items. So I think he's a brokey. Then I got another one that's too mean to say here, so I'm not going to say anything, but it's about yeah, I'm just one of the members, I'm not going to say it. And then someone here gave me $1 million in poison potions. So that's cool. Then I wrote down a person who was talking crap about my in-game fame, but then when I drilled him on his fame, it ended up that he had less than me. And so, yeah, I just wrote that down because I thought it was funny. And, you know, dude, when people try to bully you, puff up your chest and bully them back. Like, what are they going to do? It's a video game. Who cares? Another guy tried to e-bully me for communicating. So I wrote that down. And then I wrote down an officer who's the re-gear guy. And he's dogging me for how I play a fitness arcade game. Okay? Yes, I am a fitness arcade game enthusiast, and so is this guy, apparently, who went to tournaments. I went to tournaments. There's two types of players in these tournaments. I am what's called a stamina player. I play the really fast and hard songs so that I can get a nice sweat and a nice workout, whereas he plays the easier little baby songs so he can see quad star, quadruple A, triple A, 100% on the screen without breaking a sweat. And basically we're clashing about stuff outside of the game in a whole different gaming community, which is normal in that gaming community. But because he's an officer and he's the re-gear guy, I think he held it personally. I even showed him a trophy I got from an esport event, and he just ignored it. So whatever, I win. No. Okay, next guy is a doctor in the real world, but somehow he's always online. So he's either lying, he's retired, or he just doesn't have any patience. Anyway, so he's a real holier-than-thou, high society rich guy, and I just can't stand him. So that's why I wrote his name down. And then I wrote another guy's name down who thinks I'm low IQ. And so that guy is trying to sell his stuff. I'm actually interested in buying his stuff in the game, but I'm not going to buy it from him specifically because he doesn't like me. And this is why I keep a list of names. So there you go. And let's go over some footage now. We got some footage here to show you for like guild fights and stuff. So let's just pick one at random here, and I will share my screen, make sure I'm muted. I'm going to talk about what's going on the screen. I've done this a few times. And here we go. So this is a castle fight, and I try to record when a fight is about to begin. I'm not going to play the comms or anything, but essentially we sit here all day. Like, we sit on an island for 30 minutes. 30 minutes of your time gone forever organizing this. Then we ride out for about 10 to 15 minutes or more, depending on how far away this is. Then we set and guard this for another 30 minutes. And I don't think I see a dime of any of the profits. I'm going to be real. I might. I don't know for sure. But I think that this purely goes towards re-gears, which I got stiffed on, so it's not like I see it anyway. Anyway, let's fast forward a bit, and you can see here, like, here's a fight that begins, or you might recognize some names here. We dive in, you know, I push my buttons, and I don't think I really land any hits there, or I'm out of position. I don't freaking care, dude. But here I get sucked in, I'm about to die, I use my defensives, I run away, as ordered. Let's see, run back in. Here we go. Yeah, more sitting in the middle, waiting for the enemy army to approach because it's safer to fight them in the middle for some reason. I don't know. I don't understand this kind of stuff because I'm not experienced in it. So whatever. I'm not gonna be the expert. So here we go. Another dive. We go in. Everyone's supposed to attack the big clump that gets sucked in. I do. Look at that damage numbers. I nearly die. I'm popping all my defensives. Like, again, remember, when I die, I lose 600,000. Or 3 mil if I don't get the re-gear. I run away, no one's healing me because, oh, it's Swole Benji, why would we heal him? So I have to sit here AFK in the very back lines waiting to get healed. One guy heals me. The one guy does. No one else does. All right. So I missed the second bomb. There's the dead bodies. Whatever. I'm sure they'll bitch at me for it later. I get some kills here. I just throw my E out randomly without being told to, and I get like 3 kills because why not? Fuck it. So that's the fight there. Everyone gets routed. We run outside. We kill some more people. Kill the stragglers. The usual stuff. And that's just one of the footages here. So let's see the next one here. Let's see the next footage here. Now, what do we have going on here? This is another castle fight. Pop it on the screen, and let's see how this one goes. Let's see if I die or not. So we're fighting. We go in. We're kind of outside, coming in. Lots of here we go. So I think I got kidnapped here. Let me see. Yeah, I got kidnapped there. Everyone's diving me because, oh, so bitch, you get him. That's how it goes. And look, I get double kidnapped here. I managed to escape, run into the big heal pile. I throw my E out and deal some damage, whatever. I think they called for that, but I didn't just do it at random. But you can see this is not fun gameplay. This is stressful. This is, oh man, I'm about to lose money. Oh boy, I don't get to see killing people. I can do plenty in the yellow zone. I can do it plenty solo in the mists if I want to with cheaper gear sets. This is just me pushing a button when I'm told to, and everyone else pushes a button. And like you see right here comes the big clump. I push the button, and then look, people died. If this excites you and this is fun to you, cool. Go do it if it's fun for you. This activity that you're seeing on the screen right now, I don't think this is worth the millions of silver that I'm spending a day. I'm trying to kidnap the tank there, but he just zips around the wall, whatever. And I'm just trying to punch people, hit them, drain their HP. But the way it works in these ZVZs, there's another clump there. I think I did E that. It looks like I did. As ordered, of course. I don't really find this particular activity exciting, fun, thrilling, or even worth the time or the trouble. And I don't even see how it's even worth the guild's trouble. I don't see how the rewards outweigh the not rewards. Okay, so I hit this guy with one of the 3 boulder bounces, and this guy's basically dead. We're just draining him down, we're just taking him out. And imagine this guy, imagine being this tank, having died like this. That's not fun. That guy came to a battle and died, and how is that fun? How is he having fun? He's out a bunch of money now, right? Anyway, so that's that fight, and then we just can hold the castle after that. I think I have one more set of footage. No, this is the pirate game, never mind. So that's all the footage I've got. I recorded the last minute before the servers went down, so what do you guys think, okay? Clearly you're only seeing this video after I've been kicked out, so it doesn't matter. Right, and I just don't see the point of guilds. I don't see why people would do the guild crap. The rewards suck. Here's the thing, right? I have a 2-week rule. If I don't make a friend in 2 weeks, I'm not going to waste 11 months trying. Because I did that to one guild that I thought I vibed with, but I didn't. And so I didn't make any friends in this guild in 2 weeks. And, oh, just be a guild hopper, join another guild. Bro, have you looked at the guilds in this game? And this is this game's problem, by the way, is these guilds... That's not English. Okay. I only speak English. I know that's a me problem. I've tried to learn other languages. I can't. That's not English. That's not English either. Do you see the problem here? Just make your own guild. Just make your own guild. Hey, we tried that. Remember, we tried that. We made the Chads Alliance with 3,000 people. No one played with each other. No one came to any events. No one cared. Okay, I'm not gonna spend all day trying to manage a little guild just to try to get a little bit of content out of it. Okay, and I know how much hard work it is and how annoying it is and how people suck, but it's not something that I'm capable of doing. It's I just gotta find another game to play or something. And I've scoured the worst crevices of the internet to try to find a group of people to play with that have a similar like-minded energy to me, and I just can't find it. I went to the depths of the internet, the worst of worst places, and even they can't stand me. And I am aware it's a me problem. I don't care. Anyway, that's the video, guys. Let me know what you think, and hopefully by the time this video gets published, I'm established in some other game somewhere else, because Albion is boring, and I've already covered this game head to top, head to toe, you know, top to bottom, whatever you want to call it. Leave a like, leave a freaking donation or something. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it, man. And finally, click the video on the right side of your screen, or something bad will happen, okay? And when it happens, you'll be reminded of not clicking the video or something.